If you want to move abroad and one of your challenges is how am I going to make a living once I leave? My job requires me to be in person. I want to challenge your mindset with this clip from a podcast that I recently recorded. This is a real estate agent who moved his real estate business in the US online so that he could run it remotely. And I think we think about real estate as a very local business. So I hope this inspires you to reconsider how you could reframe what you do in a way that allows you to do it from anywhere. Take a listen.
I mean, your background is you're an attorney, you have a title company, you do a lot of different things. You're definitely an entrepreneur, but you had a brick and mortar, like a real estate agency in a town.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that mental shift going from, okay, we're local in our town and we see our clients at the local coffee shop to running that kind of a business across the pond. What did you have to go through to make that happen?
Yeah, and it's funny. So one I didn't tell you is I'm also a business coach, or was sort of certified business coach. It comes down to sort of the internal conversations you're having, or the word everybody uses, mindset, right? It really was, hey, going back to the COVID, like we did this. Like I was handling it virtually. I wasn't meeting with clients face to face for an extended period of time. Service did not suffer, right? Relationships did not suffer. The reality is, in other industries, being virtual, being global, being remote is absolutely the norm. It's trending that way. It's not going back. And so that was part of me. And I can't say like it happened immediately, right? That first year was, this is going to be a temporary piece. So the conversation I had with clients and with the agents in my office, we moved over to a virtual model anyway, to EXP, which was, I think, the right thing to serve everybody where the industry is going and global economy is going. But the conversation was like, hey, we're going to do this temporary. And then I proved that it worked. And I was like, well, I don't need to go back. Like my kids, I do everything for my family. That was the most important thing. And that's like, I could have my cake and eat it too. I could have the relationship and the life for my family, but also not give up my financial and my professional goals.
Yeah.
So what I would tell people is like, and real estate is, you hear it, like it's a really historically a belly to belly, in your face, in person relationship. I stopped counting last year. At the time I was counting 550 closings remotely, not in Spain. I'm like not selling real estate. I'm selling real estate in my home market of Philadelphia from Spain. And when I tell people, there was a lot of like, what's the word? Insecurity around it initially. Like, oh my God, I don't even want anybody to know that I'm in Spain. I'll just take the call whatever hour. Once I opened up and said, hey, and just embraced it, like, hey, I'm doing this from Spain. Nobody cared, right? It was all this sort of internal conversation, like, oh my God, they're not gonna use you, they're not gonna work with you. There was not one person to this day that said, hey, you can't service my business from over there.